Today's our third day in London, and we're starting off with some breakfast. Day 3. The following 2 days are more chill and relaxed, centered around touristy sites adorned with historic allure and crowds. Here is our itinerary for day 3 and 4. St. Paul's Cathedral is an iconic landmark nested in the heart of London. Designed by Sir Christopher Wren and completed in 1710, the design combines neoclassical, Gothic, and Baroque elements in an attempt to symbolize the ideals of both the English Restoration and the 17th century scientific philosophy. And so our climb to the dome begins. 528 steps from 90-degree turns to straight ascent through narrow passages and winding spirals. For lunch, we headed to Borough Market. Borough Market stands as one of the city's most iconic culinary destinations. The history stretches back over 1,000 years ago when merchants first began trading vegetables, fish, and livestock. We got the famous Spanish paella and fresh oysters. Honestly, they're a bit overhyped. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 10. The oysters were mid too, but the chocolate-covered strawberries made up for it. Then we walked to
Tower Bridge.
We saw an elevator and we thought we could go on it. Nope. More stairs. With its distinctive twin towers and intricate latticework spanning across River Thames, Tower Bridge serves not only as a vital transportation artery but also as London's iconic landmark. Our main event tonight was to dine with the breathtaking views of Sky Garden. We booked a restaurant in advance and had a bunch of time left. Thus, we just strolled around the city, checking out vintage markets and looking at art. But I forgot to check the location of the restaurant when I reserved seats on the Sky Garden website, so I missed one small tiny detail. Anyways, although we were disappointed, we still enjoyed our delicious Italian cuisine. The spaghetti bolognese was the best. Besides, the waitress was incredibly friendly and conversational. £6. 8 pounds? £6. After dinner, we asked the sweet waitress if we could still go up Sky Garden. She said yes and led us to the entrance, but again, we forgot one small tiny detail. We couldn't go up Sky Garden, but oh wow. And so we concluded the day with a final stroll around the city under the cloak of night. I've always held a deep fascination for history, especially the cultures vastly different from my own. I first learned about the Rosetta Stone back in 9th grade. For those who don't know, it was the key to understanding Egyptian hieroglyphs, and I've always wanted to see it with my own eyes. Oh my god, I read about this. These also provide magical protection, and they're in the shape of a lion with wings and a human head. And this is a gigantic door. And that is Ramesses II, who is known as one of the most powerful and greatest pharaohs of the New Kingdom. This is a star, I guess. With collections ranging from ancient Egypt to classical Greece and from Asia to contemporary Africa, the British Museum, intertwined with the legacy of colonialism, showcases humanity's rich and diverse heritage. What struck me the most were the real-life mummies, prompting contemplation on the fragility of human existence amid the passing of time. As a coin collector myself, it was mesmerizing to see the museum's massive coin collection. It was also fascinating to see elements of Asian heritage on display. We also paid extra to see 大清万年一统地理全图. After spending hours at the British Museum, we leisurely wandered about, casually visiting various shops. We stopped for ice cream and visited the house of Mina Lima. For dinner, we tried Five Guys. In-N-Out is still on top in my opinion. We returned to Tower Bridge once more with the anticipation of witnessing its majestic lift. For anyone who may be interested, you can just search up Tower Bridge lift times. We were just talking about something, so here you see this magical and fairy tale looking bridge, and then you shift your eyes and you see this old ancient looking castle, and then here is a whole lot of skyscrapers. As the sun sets in our 2 city walks in London, I can't help but think about the carefree and laid-back vibe that accompanied our exploration. Amidst the bustling streets and iconic landmarks, we found moments of tranquility and connection, embracing the city's effortless charm. Although it'll be our last day, I eagerly look forward to tomorrow, as it'll be an entire day dedicated to Harry Potter.